first all-nighter. The first one of the It's Too Hot to Be in Georgia season. Without further ado, let's get it started. Ceremonial lighting of the chimney. Hopefully that catches. Before we started. Waka flocka flame! Alright, so the one on my left, that's the one I did a few days ago. That's the mustard base with the rub on it. This one right here I just grabbed last night, spur of the moment. This one sat in salt, apple cider vinegar, and about a gallon and a half of water, something like that. About a cup of salt, probably 3 or 4 cups of apple cider vinegar. I just rubbed it down. Both of these are gonna go on fat side up, so they're self-based overnight, so I don't have to do too much watching to them. I'm just gonna taste the difference between the two. One of them's going to work tomorrow, probably the bigger one, since we have a lot of people in my group. And this one probably stay here. I don't know. It depends on which one I like in the morning. Close up of that there. This is after a few days sitting in that wrap. Everything's gotten good and soaked in all those stab spots. Just how it's supposed to be. This one just got rubbed down though. So a lot of people think you gotta get all your coals hot and burning before you start cooking. Not when you're doing it low and slow. There's just a few coals in here. They're not even all the way white out yet. I'm just gonna put them right in the middle. Grown man barbecue, baby. Learn something about it. A lot of people think you got to use a water pan too. Now when you're smoking, you can use sand. You don't get all that moisture and mess up the crust on your meat. Don't know anything about that either. See, my meter's just now getting into the warm and slowly coming up. Charcoal's been in here about 5 minutes now. Once it gets right about to that 150-200 mark, if you can see it, hold on. There we go. Once it gets in there, I'm gonna stick the meat on here, and I'm gonna just let it rise all the way up into that smoke zone, and then just let it cook in there all night. It's a little snugger than expected, but I mean, they're on there. Good thing about these is I know they're gonna shrink up anyway. Like I said, gonna cook them fat side up, let them self-based. Guess that's just gonna be the flavor pocket right there in the center between the two of them. So it's gonna be the fun zone. Well, on with the top and on to the next dish. Shame on you if you buy your produce already chopped. It ain't hard. Ain't hard at all. Ain't hard at all. About to teach you the secret to them super good Bush's baked beans, and you'll never know how nobody made them. I'm about to teach you the secret to it. I keep it simple. A little bit of ground beef. You bust the meat down good and it's sizzling and everything. Next thing you really want to do, you go ahead and hit it with your house seasoning. I'll tell you something about house seasoning. People are like, oh, how'd you do that? Oh, why is it so good? Oh. House seasoning, whatever you season with your house. It's the beauty of it. If you don't know how to season no food, then feel free to ask somebody or Google it or something, but everybody should have their own little basic house seasoning. Next ingredients. 1 small size can of Bush's baked beans. Dump it in the crock pot. Next you need 1 pack of ground beef. Drained, of course. Gotta get all the morsels in there. Yeah. 2 onions, 2 bell peppers, 3 jalapenos, a few cloves of garlic. Yeah. Let it all make love in there now. Clean your plate, don't waste no food. Just to stir this conglomerate up. It all get in there. You notice I ain't cooked the vegetables first, cause see, I know what time we go to lunch tomorrow. You bring food in ready and stuff at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know how folks get. So it's gonna need to cook on high for about an hour, 2 hours, maybe more. I don't know. I'm gonna stir this with my eyes instead of my camera so I don't waste none of it. Last and final ingredient, some brown sugar. And I'll use that term very loosely. It really just depends on how you like your beans and the main goal you want to achieve. Me personally, I just need a little bit. Like a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm done. Smaller spoons so you can mix this in and make sure it's all broken down in there as well. That sugar will stick if it just sits on them edges, and it'll burn and caramelize and get happy and funky at the same damn time. And I gotta clean this tomorrow, so oh, and to all my base heads watching this video once I put it up on YouTube, or wherever I decide to put it at, I cook. If you don't know where it's from, don't worry about it. Alright, so we're about an hour into the cook. Basically what's happened at this point, my light seems to have blown out on my porch. And it's not just a bulb, but just trying to get this to focus in here. We're kind of at the happy meat point. Key thing about smoking is never pop the top unnecessarily. So as much as I want to open it up and let you see what's going on the inside, I don't even know. It hadn't been open since I started it. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the morning now. I'm going to go lay down for about 2 hours. Come back and see if it's still going. If not, we'll get some more charcoal, some more wood going in there, and get it back fired up. But we're probably going to run this puppy till about 9 in the morning. And that's only because that's really when I got to hit it. So stay tuned. Alright, so it's 3:30 in the morning. Temp still holding strong. There's all 1 dose of charcoal now. Just woke up a few minutes ago. I know why in the hell I was up at 3:30 in the morning. Took me a second. See what the temps are doing. We're getting there. The goal is about 190. $190 in the bone area. Let's see where we're at here. This one right here is honestly about to get pulled. Yeah, this one right here will be off in an hour. See that bone coming out? That's what you're looking for. Alright, so it's 4:15. Just got the one I thought was going to take longer off. It was reading the 185, 190 range overall, so I'm just going to sit it in foil now. And from there, I'm just going to let it rest. It's honestly finna sit on my countertop till I get ready to pull it in the morning at 9. So it'll probably sit here a good 4.5, 5 hours. The other one, I'm probably just going to let sit on the grill till it goes out, because I don't need to waste any more charcoal on it. It's in the 165 range. It'll pull up to 190 in no time. Alright, so it's 6:20 in the morning now. This is the last one. It's just coming at the temp now. Got to pull it off. So basically the way I did those charcoal last night, still just the same original load, and it's still hot. It still probably has another 2 or 3 hours left in it. So basically I'm getting about 7 to 9 hours per load of charcoal, which is really, really good. I'm happy with those results. It's about 4:30 in the morning now. Everybody's off, everybody's done. One on the right's been resting about hour and a half, 2 hours now. It's already released its juices from, I guess, letting go. It's still warm to the touch though, so it's still going to sit in this foil just a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm not pulling it till 9, so it's just going to sit there till then. What's it going to hurt? It's going in another crock pot anyway. So this one just came off on the left hand side. It's going to sit in there till around that same time also. And whatever I do with it, and I'll do my little taste test then too. For now, I'm going to bed so I can get these little 3-4 hours of sleep so I can go to work a little out. About 9-10 in the morning. It's time for the ceremonial pulling of the bone now. Let's do a tenderness check. Come on. There you go. That's one side. Side number 2. Voila. Clean bone number 1. Alright, took a little while, but we got one pulled. Next thing I'm going to do, this is going to be the one I'm going to take to work because I like it. That au jus from before, I'm just going to sit it right in there. That way once it starts to heat up, instead of having to add any water or anything like that, I'm just going to use this. I'm going to rinse the plate so I can get all of it in there. Alright, so this is the last one. Forgot to do a deboning pick, whatever. Just got home from work and pulled it. It's going to go in the crock pot on low for about an hour. Doesn't need to. Still tender. The one I did take to work today was awesome. This one is awesome. I honestly don't know which one I like more. Probably got to go with this one though. I do like that little bit of tang and mustard left on it. The one I took in was a big hit though.